Let's see. Hey, everyone. We're tracking some storms. Let a few people join in here. The severe weather is more significant to the south, and this was expected, by the way. Let me just double check a few things here. Anybody has? I don't even know how many people we have here. 0. Nobody's here yet. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, there's one. Hi, yours. Sweet. Hi, everybody. I'm just posting to Twitter. Get this. I'm in a different room at work, and the computer's set up. I'm trying to log into my Twitter account. Won't let me. Just says, no, we don't believe that you're who you say you are. So I have to do everything by my phone right now. Hey, Bryce boy. Glow shorts, I mean. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have? Mr. Tech, Harry Johnson. Cool. Hi, everybody. This is awesome. Severe weather. This was expected. We have line of storms that's now starting to cross into Nebraska from Kansas. That, and I'm going to show you a couple of different things. I'm going to take away the lightning. This down here. Check this out. See that right there? That's confirmed tornado on the ground, and that has been significant. That's been there for a while. That's around Rock Creek between Topeka and Holton. I'm going to see what they have to say here. Confirmed tornado was located near Hoyt, moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. Baseball-sized hail. Weather spotters did confirm the tornado northwest of Hoyt. This is as of 9:07, so 10 minutes ago. I mean, that's crazy. So how far away is that from Nebraska? Well, not very. I mean, really, it's 80 miles away from Beatrice. That's not very far, and that's a tornado on the ground. And technically, when you say tornado, that means it's on the ground. If it's not, it's a funnel cloud. So what's happening though is, let me see, I want to get a couple of different things here. Cape, I'm going to, there's your instability. I'm going to get rid of the radar. Look what happens. There is no unstable air for southeast Nebraska. This whole area right here is not conducive to thunderstorms. Yeah, I came in here. Let's see. I'm sorry, my audio. Let's see. I just came in here. Very, what is it? Tinny? Hard to hear? Okay. Does that help? I appreciate you, Atari Forever. I do. I'm not sure what to do. I need to get things better in here. I don't think this is good. I don't think this is what I want. But anyway, I will work on the audio, I promise. What time will the rain arrive in Lincoln? Pretty soon. It's already near Crete. Severe weather, though, that's another thing. I don't know if we're going to see the severe weather once it gets across the Nebraska border. Just put this on my. Oh, come on, really? Jeez. Okay. Does this help, or is that the microphone? Because I don't know. It's like I said, I just popped in here. I'm going to try something here. Okay. Oh yeah, this room doesn't have the dampening tiles in here. It's a work in progress. So hopefully we'll get some things fixed. I appreciate the feedback. I'll let my bosses know. Usually helps if I can tell somebody what's going on. Sound like there's a mic on the other side of the room. Okay, I turned off all the mics that I think I may have. I'm gonna turn that. Cool. Okay. Does it sound better at all? Let's see. HD webcam. Same? Okay. Okay, well, we'll just have to do what I'll try to get a better microphone next time. I apologize if it's tinny. Anyway, severe, I'm going to zoom out here. There we go. So we do have, let's see, severe thunderstorm watch there. So the red box is the severe thunderstorm or the tornado watch, and then the yellow box, which includes basically from south central Nebraska east, the southern tier counties, under a severe thunderstorm watch until until midnight. So another 2.5 hours left in that. Okay, thanks Atari, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll work on it. I don't know. It's I'm trying to work on getting this station up to date with like YouTube streams, Facebook streams, but unless it's TV related, doesn't really jive. Storm season. You know what? Not a fan of storm season. Welcome back to storm season. Thanks, Jim. It's keeping me away from my kids. I was supposed to have today off. Today was supposed to be a vacation day. Yes, it was. And here I am. Let's see. We'll do this. The good news is the potential for severe weather is minimal. I'm going to do this. Atmosphere cap. There's some cap. The blue, that means it's keeping storms from forming, so there is some atmospheric cap out there. Not a lot though, but the fuel is minimal too. I mean, look at that. There's no instability. There is way down here where there's a lot of severe storms. That's true, Bryce. I should do that. Or glow. Sorry. Yeah, trust me, getting money out of a TV station is like getting blood from a turnip. It's harder than it sounds. It's difficult, very difficult. I'll just steal my son's blue, it's a Yeti, and maybe it's a blue Yeti. Anyway, there's your instability. Warnings? There's all your warnings. So right now you've got your strong storms down here between Manhattan and just north of Topeka. I'll put this into loop mode. And once it crosses that Nebraska border, Blue Yeti snowball. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that thing into work. You know, I got an engineer here. He might have something. I'm gonna ask him as soon as I'm done here, because I've got TV in about a half an hour, so this isn't going to be a long stream. But you know, we want to keep doing this, and I want to get better at it. And by the end of this storm season, hopefully, this is the best darn streaming event ever. Or I'll just steal my son's Blue Yeti snowball. I mean, I've got microphones all over the place. Anyway. Because I mean, I got one right here, but it's not hooked into the computer. It's hooked into master control. So, anyway. Let's see. So, anyway, I'm going to zoom out. Let's zoom into this tornado warning over here. I wonder if I can do a velocity. I doubt it. It's too far away. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that. Look at that. You're looking at this area right here. That's a good spin. That is solid spin, especially this right there. Oh my goodness. Let's zoom into that. Between Hoyt and Mayetta, that's definitive. Goodness. I'm glad that's down there and not up here. Holy smokes. That's incredible. Any storms on the horizon after tonight? Not really. And we need the rain, so that is truly unfortunate that we're not seeing many chances for rain. In fact, let me show you guys something. Here's the so there's your 10-day forecast. I mean, we got to wait almost another 7, 8, 9, 10 days before there's another chance for rain. So we'll see. I just want a free car wash and I'm good. With what? Are you going to give me a microphone? With the lack of fuel in the area, I'm surprised it's doing anything near Lincoln. You don't need the fuel for storms, but it helps intensify them. So storms can still happen. It's just they won't get as bad, which that's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I kind of want to go home tonight. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, look at that storm trying to form there, just to the northeast. It looks like that's trying to push towards Crete. Saline County might see some heavier rain. North central Saline County. Let's actually zoom in here a little bit. Just between Dorchester will probably see some of that. Let's see if there's any lightning. Nope, not yet. That's something else though. Look at what the lightning does. I mean, once it crosses that border, it's like it just can't go any further. It's running into dry air. I mean, the dew point. Let's look at the dew point. Had that earlier. Where'd it go? Sorry, I'm using. Can you tell it's early in the season? There it is. Oh, come on. You want to load? Go. There we go. I mean, you're looking at dew points in the 30s and 40s. I mean, what good does that do anybody? If you want storms, that ain't it. So that's, I mean, it's not a bad thing. Again, I don't want severe weather. But I want some rain. I thought it was funny. I was coming into work today, and I drove by 4 different houses that either had their sprinkler on or their underground sprinklers. They had a sprinkler or underground sprinklers. 4 different. It's like, you guys don't believe me, do you? Or or they don't believe meteorologists. Period. And I feel that with all of my heart. It's, I mean, just as dry as it's been, you're like, yeah, sure, it'll rain. But you can almost see it, what it's trying to do here. Once it's doing this. I'm going to show you what it's doing. It goes north, and then like this. Goes this way, and then like this. This is going that way. These are going this way. And then this is kind of going like that. I mean, this is just a weird complex of storms. Is there any reason behind why it's been so warm the last 4 or 5 weeks? Coincidence? Cold January? That's a great question. It's just sometimes weather patterns get stuck. El Nino is helping that out, global warming to some extent, climate change, that's been a part of it. And then everything gets, you get into like a ridge of high pressure, and then nothing knocks it out of the way, so you continuously get warm air and warm air and warm air. And then also other things, Mother Nature tends to even things out. So we had a really cold January, and then a really warm February. And now March is like, okay, still warm. Will we see a really cool April or May? I guess we'll see. First thunder in Beatrice, cool, good to know. But yeah, it depends. It's so hard to do just one spot area. What's causing it for Nebraska? In the global scale of things, Nebraska is a really small part of the entire world. So I think our average last frost date here in Lincoln is April 30th. With this weather we've had lately, I'm struggling to not plant my garden early. Ditto. But you know what? I am totally on board with that and completely understand. And I was looking longingly at my garden today, thinking maybe, but look at that. You've got 28, 25, and 26. Sunday morning, Monday morning, Tuesday morning. So, and then 30, 35. I mean, low temperatures, overnight, that'll kill your garden. So I wouldn't do it. We're getting close though. But isn't it Mother's Day? Isn't usually Mother's Day when you're safe? It's usually when I wait, and it always seems like it's too early. But I think there was 1 year, or too late. There was 1 year I planted late April, and there was like one morning it got down to like 15 and just killed everything. I had to replant everything. Wearing jackets to work at 7 a.m. and taking them off by noon. Yep, 100%, man. So I mean, just you can tell. Look what happens. I'm gonna pause this and kind of back it up. So you see, like, okay, look at that just south of Fairbury. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in here. See that storm right there between Haddam and Fairbury? See how it's pink? And then once it crosses that border, it runs into that stable air, and it's moving to the right, and it just loses its energy. So when it crosses that Nebraska border, it runs into that dry air, and it runs into that stable air, and there you go. This is good though. I appreciate everybody coming out. And there's 27 viewers out there right now, 31, 73 views. This is pretty good. I appreciate you guys. This is awesome. And like I've mentioned this on a Facebook post or Twitter post. I don't remember which one. I really want to do more of this, and I'm going to try to get. I'm not in here all the time. We've got some. I'm in a different room. I was saying this earlier, and I'm not usually in this room to do this this kind of thing. But we've got something else going on in the studio right now, and I had to be quiet if I was going to be out there, and I can't be quiet. So I'm in a different room, and apologies for the audio. Things will get better, I promise. And I know my engineer watches these. Chris? He helped me. He did rearrange the furniture for me in here, so this is better because I have a green screen. This is all green. So the room is This could be a really cool room. Thanks, Jim. Always appreciate the live content. Cool. Lethal Blue, always a pleasure talking with you guys. It was Jim and I go way back on how to use Twitter and Facebook. I thought it was hilarious that he was telling me how to use Facebook, and it was exactly how I use Twitter. Like the lists kind of thing versus the other way to use Facebook. That was funny. I laughed for like 10 minutes solid. Tornado happened in Alma, Kansas. Yeah, we were just looking at that. That's that stuff down there. It's now turned into just severe thunderstorm warnings. But yeah, that was crazy. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of damage. Are they burning the Flint Hills in Kansas this week? I don't know what that was. I did hear about it. I don't know if it's Flint Hills yet. That seems like it's like a July thing, dead of summer. The worst time possible when it's like hot and it gets hazy and your eyes burn and your lungs burn. So I know it was prescribed burns, but I don't know if it was Flint Hills. I know it was something like that though. Do you think it will rain tonight? I hope so. I think it's going to rain, but I don't think we're going to see as much rain as we want or need. Let's see. Love the lives coming from someone with storm anxiety. Oh, yeah. Appreciate that, Amber. My kids kind of have a little bit of storm anxiety. Hey, there's a severe thunderstorm warning over by St. Joe, between there and Maryville. And it looks like this is picking up a little bit. So yeah, it's going to rain. But are we going to see the heavy rain? Will we see severe weather? I don't know. Severe weather is going to be hard to do. A lot to overcome. And yeah, we'll see. Is this I wonder if I can do this. Hang on. Oops, that's backwards. So your warm front's kind of like this. And it's all moving north. So that's kind of what's creating enough lift for storms. But again, it's running into that stable air. I'm going to look at that cape again, see if it's changed at all. No. So your strongest, the most fuel are these darker colors down here. And then some fuel right there, all of that. And then nada right there. So, and again, you don't need the fuel for storms, but it helps perpetuate it. And it helps move it along and maybe intensify it a little bit. Let's see, cape. Nope, same. There you go. This is the atmospheric cap. This is what hinders the storms, and there's a little more there, but again, there's not much of that either. So, God, my back hurts today too. Oh. Okay, probably about another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to have to go get ready for the show. At least I'm not tired this time. Usually I'm complaining that I'm so tired. Usually because it's like 1 in the morning when I'm doing this. Ooh, there's a severe thunderstorm warning for just east of Concordia. See that pop on there? Let me put this into motion. That's moving east. I mean it. This storm right here, it's moving this way. Maybe a little like this. But the storms just do not want to cross the Nebraska border. Let's see. Well, the problem with today was the fact that most of the warm front did not go as far north as originally predicted. Thanks, Drew. Hey, we need a weekend meteorologist. I'm not kidding either. If you have any inkling of being a weather meteorologist on air or weather forecaster, I'll train you. Because if you know enough about weather, I can get you the on-air experience so that you can actually be on TV. Because it's not hard. If I can do it, anybody can do it. But yeah, you're right. The warm front, I was just pushing that, and I was just showing that. And the warm front just hasn't gotten that far north. And it's not only that, it's also the dry air in place. It's also the fact that there's no instability, there's no cape, there's a little bit of an atmospheric cap, not a lot, but enough. And then there's no, to get the strong storms to really pop up, you need a low-level jet. I'm not seeing that kicking in either. I mean, that might be what's happening now over northeast Kansas, but it's not north. And if that happens a lot in Nebraska, especially in the spring. This is an early storm system, so widespread severe weather was not likely, but the best chance for severe weather was in northeast Kansas, and that's where it's happening. There was always some concern that that anything further north was not going to develop, and that's just been the case. Where'd my coffee go? Oh, there it is. I always feel bad about doing this though, and I'll get better at this, but I always feel like I love to do the Twitter thing and post a bunch of stuff about Twitter, but when I'm doing YouTube, I feel like I'm missing out on it a little bit. Wouldn't let me log in though. If you missed it earlier, I'm in this room that I haven't been in months, and got a computer set up, and I was logged in last winter. Came in here and had to log in a bunch of things that had just expired for whatever reason. Twitter won't let me log in. Just says, nope, we don't trust that you're who you think you are, so we're not letting you log in. I mean, no, I couldn't even put in my password, nothing. I typed in RustyWX, and then it said, this isn't real. We're not letting you log in. Like, let me put the password in. What the heck? I'm going to try again. Twitter. Suspicious login prevented. Thanks. I mean, I guess I can appreciate that, but what the heck? Anybody have any questions? Any concerns? I'm just looking at these storms. Some of these were very tornadic earlier. Last week I was listening to your mini forecast, and they said they claimed that today would push 80, and that didn't happen at all. I don't remember what we got to. Let's look. $74. I mean, it's not 80, but it was 6 degrees away. Of course, it was in the lower 70s just about everywhere else, but I mean, that's not. I get what you're saying though. It's we didn't get into the 80s. That cloud cover, that really limited, I think, a lot of instability. We all know, and it's especially in mid-spring, late spring, when you get that sunshine that pokes out the second half of the day, and it's like, uh-oh, here we go, and the atmosphere just destabilizes, and it's like, that didn't happen today. We did see a peak of sunshine, but I don't think it was enough. But I mean, the storms are just starting to move into the Lincoln area. See, now this is a conundrum. What do I do now? Because I got a show at 10 o'clock, and then at 10:30, I have to decide. Do I go home and hope we don't see any severe weather, or do I stay here and watch the radar? And I also have to call Jessica, because she is my relief at She's my relief. So she would come in at 1. Now, do I call her and say, yeah, come on in, it's not doing anything? Last time I asked if Lincoln would ever get rain again, we got multiple inches. Will it ever get rain again? Thanks, Aaron. You keep asking. And Jim, pull your cars into the driveway. We all know that helps. No, wait. Then we miss out on storms. I can't remember how that works. Leave them outside? Ooh. Oh. Well, about 15 minutes, so I should probably head back over to the studio. I think they're probably done over there. So if you want to continue to follow along, again, there's not a lot going on out there. I mean, it's good news, bad news. Let's zoom all the way. Oh, look at all that snow. But when you look at it from way out, you can kind of tell that all of this is moving like this. So, have you heard the name Trev in the newsroom? Once or twice. Looks like it's flailing a bit at Creek. Yeah, it is. It is. In fact, I posted on Twitter and something about, I thought today was going to be all weather all the time. We were going to lead with weather. It was going to be a weather day. It was going to be this whole thing. And then the whole thing, Husker thing happened. I'm like, huh. So I wonder what they're going to lead with. And I think they're leading with weather at 10. And I need to go find that out. I should probably get going. Okay, I'm going to close this out. Guys, I appreciate it. Seriously, this was really cool of you to jump on here and talk with me. We'll do this again next time. We'll see if there's severe weather anytime soon. Doesn't look like it, but if this picks up a little bit and we start to see some intensification, I'll come back after the show. I'll stick around and we'll do this some more. But if it looks like it's just going to fizzle out and stay in Kansas, I'll probably just go home. But anyway, appreciate it. Thank you very much. We'll see you guys next time.